Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our July 8th, 2021 Planning Board meeting. Here we are live. It's good to be back. Can we please stand and start with the pledge? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Boy, it is good to be back. Steve, would you please take roll?
Sure. Chairman John Curry.
Here.
Vicki Gannon.
Here.
Nancy Garbino.
Here.
Dennis McNamara.
Here.
Jack Mattis.
Here.
Bruce Prince. And Christopher Zaberto.
Here.
Thank you. First on our agenda is minutes from June 9th, 2021. Anyone have any corrections or additions they'd like to make to those? If not, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as presented from June 9th, 2021.
I second.
Thank you. Tom, do you want to? Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman. I appreciate it. I just wanted to stop by. I came here a little earlier, as you all know, and to the viewers at home. Tonight we dedicated 3 benches to a prior chairman of the Planning Board, Fedora DeLucia, who was a force in the town of Somers, served on the board for many years. The benches, and I didn't even know this, were made out of recycled bottles, and they were donated by the Lions Club. So I just wanted to tell people when they come down, they now have places to sit in front of the townhouse and enjoy, and they're all in memory of Fedora DeLucia. But what I really wanted to say was I wanted to thank this board. I wanted to thank the chairman and the members of the board. You know, as the chairman has alluded to, this is the first meeting back after, I believe it was about 16 months. It's been a very difficult time. You know, the town board, the zoning board, all the boards in town have been meeting remotely on Zoom. Not always the best way to interact when you have large applications and you're trying to make large decisions that are going to affect the town for years to come. But this board, as well as the other boards, did it without fault. You guys did a great job. Everybody showed up at the meetings. You treated it as if you were here. You listened to everybody. I can't recall many, if any, complaints from people. They were all satisfied. You know, the first couple of meetings, maybe we had to work the kinks out on Zoom to make sure that we could hear from people. Vicki would hand off the phone to me every Thursday so I could take the phone calls and the texts at my meetings, and she would have it for these meetings. So it was a team effort. I know the town has done everything. I was the chair of the COVID task force, and the town, the first and foremost responsibility we had was to keep our employees and our board members, the people who work for the town and volunteer for the town, safe. We took many actions to do that, remote meetings being one of them. And I'm happy to be back. We know that if for some unknown reason we have to do anything remote, again, we're prepared for it. We know how to do it, and we'll be good at it. But I wanted to thank all of you, because I know it's not the easiest thing in the world, taking the time at your dinner table at home when you got, wives, kids, grandkids, dogs, cats running around. So I just wanted to say I appreciate it, and I wish you luck for all your forthcoming meetings now as you continue in person. So kudos to all of you, and thanks for all your hard work.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And now we'll have to wear pants, Tom.
Well, thank you.
Before we get to the first, and I'd like to thank you, Vicki, for all those times doing that with the phone. Well appreciated. Thank you.
You made it very easy, everybody, for me to do that.
Before I make the motion for this first, Tim, did you just want to say a few words?
I'll update you.
Okay. This is on Granite Point.
Real quick, Granite Point, as you know, has been an ongoing subdivision, has been in this town for many years. Right now, the DEC is retesting the property, and they're updating all the testing that's been done that we did back in the day. I told them they didn't really have to do that, but nonetheless, that's what they're doing. So, having said that, they've been out on the site for the last month redoing the testing. And once that testing comes back, I don't see it being any different than what we had done originally before this board. But that's where we're at, and the DEC will be basically doing what they did on the DEP property, which is the removal of material, which we proposed probably
10 extensions.
10 years ago. I mean, that's the reality of it.
Is it three lots?
It's, well, the impacted lots that we had, probably 4 or 5 that where the shot was made, but nonetheless, they're testing the whole site all over again. I talked to the DEC representative, and she's a very good person and understands what we did, but they're going in the wrong direction on this. But nonetheless, that's where we're at.
Probably not her call.
No, and I think they had more contamination on the DEP property than we originally anticipated. So they want to be very cautious. So they're going backwards. And we had the shot site in terms of what the and the board members and the new town planner. There was a place where there was a ski chute, and basically they were shooting to the south of the property, and that was where we had all of our lead contamination. But they're going back and reinvestigating the wheel. So that's where we're at.
And that lead is the only or primary contaminant that's there?
What's that?
As far as we know, or from the previous test, 'cause that was prior to my tenure?
It's just the lead.
It's just
It
lead,
was
right?
only 2 feet.
Okay.
The only thing we asked them to do, make sure that they respect our septic areas and what have you in terms of how we're going to develop this property. So,
Did I understand you correctly? They are also looking at what was done on the city site?
the city site is done.
That's what I thought. They're not redoing that.
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
I think
They,
what you said was their concerns about the additional fines on the city site
correct.
Yeah.
led them to
It wa-
want to test.
It was
more
higher
of
than they
this.
anticipated, yeah.
Oh.
Any other questions? Thank you.
So we'll look for another extension,
Yep.
and we'll keep, council, there's no provision that we can ask for extensions beyond 90 days, right?
Nah,
I think I've asked this question
Yeah,
before.
no. One of these days
So
they'll
we'll-
change
we'll-
that law. Keep asking it.
We'll keep asking for 90 days
It gets
until,
asked at every planning board
What
meeting
is
across
my,
the state.
uh,
Every
What did Lombardi say? Keep it on that plate till you get it right?
my, my office administrator tracks us meticulously, so
Okay.
we'll be back here.
Okay.
And
Thank you,
that's-
Tim.
That's
Thank
the
you.
status. Thank you.
All right,
Good
then.
to see you all back.
Thank you. Good to be back. If there's no other comments from the board, then I'll make a request for the 16th 90-day time extension for the Granite Point subdivision regrant of final subdivision approval, wetland, steep slopes, tree preservation and stormwater management, and erosion and sediment control permits as per resolution 2017-10, and the dates would be from July 26, 2021, up to and including October 24th, 2021, as per town law section 276-7C and town code section 50-13M. And for the record, the property is located on the east side of Route 118-202 and is located in an R40 zoning district.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim. Sure. Next, and coincidentally last on our agenda, is the project review of the lot line adjustment for the property located at 11 Anita Road. For the record, we're in receipt of a letter from our town planner and also from the Deputy Receiver of Taxes. Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Carlito Holt with Provident Design Engineering. We represent the applicant. As you indicated, this is for a lot line adjustment. Just kind of hold it here. But you're looking here at 9 and 11 Anita Road, and the area of the lot line adjustment is highlighted in yellow. Through the process of the sale of 11 Anita Road, the owner determined via the survey that the neighbor's property, or the neighboring property's driveway, was actually on their property. So in order to resolve that issue, they felt the most appropriate and efficient manner was to do a lot line adjustment where they would dedicate what turns out to be 2/100ths of an acre to the adjacent property owner.
Mr.
Now,
Holt, would you put it on the
Oh.
board meeting so that everybody can see it from the camera at home? Thank you.
I'm in a meeting, I can't talk.
so the one, I guess, twist in the process is that 9 Anita is currently a non-conforming lot based upon the lot area. However, by dedicating additional property, it actually improves upon the nonconformity instead of exacerbating it. So I guess essentially we're here tonight as part of the process. We need to get scheduled for a public hearing. And I'm here to answer any questions, but I think it's a relatively straightforward application.
Thank you. Dave Smith, I think your memo pretty much touched on everything. Do you want to just run through that quickly, or if there are any board member questions?
No.
No, I think Mr. Holt has summarized the application. In the memo that I prepared, there's an abbreviated review process, and I think because this is a type 2 action, it falls within that category. So I think it would be appropriate to schedule a public hearing and move the process forward.
Okay. Steve, you have any comments? No? Joe? No?
And everybody finds this to be a complete application. I think that's the requirement of 15011E. We're all agreed it's complete.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
There
as
was a form that was missing that was provided with one of the tax
and
forms.
we have that as a record, right. Any other board member comments? If not, I'll make a motion that we schedule a public hearing for our next meeting, which I believe is August 11th.
I would just like to comment. We've had recent site walks where there were questions about turnabouts with fire engines. Just a point of interest, these homes are right outside the back door of the Granite Springs Firehouse. So there's no turnaround issue here. I couldn't resist that.
Could almost pull a hose.
Yes.
All right, so make a motion that we schedule our public hearing for August 11th, 2021.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I make one request? If the board would look favorably upon it, would you be able to direct staff to draft a resolution to also be considered at the next meeting, so that they don't
That's your
have to
call.
come back for another meeting?
If we do, I mean,
Upon
can
your
you?
direction, I'll prepare one.
You can?
I can.
Okay.
Okay.
So, everybody comfortable with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Make a motion that we direct staff then to prepare a resolution for our August 11th meeting.
I'll second that request.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great.
This
Thank
is
you very much.
straightforward.
Yeah.
Very small.
And I want to make one comment. This I think is your first to us. Great, concise, and I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the minutes that have been coming out.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
Say that earlier.
They are wonderful.
It's everything you need, but it's very tight.
Yes.
That's very tight.
Yes.
Summary, I
Yes.
love summaries.
Yes.
Excellent.
They're minutes, not
Not a transcript.
Not ours.
a transcript.
And I'd say the same thing about the memos.
Yes.
You know, there's a memo culture that gets a little, and it's really, it's nice. It's nice
This is
to read.
Excellent.
definitely anti-paper, that
Yeah.
memo culture.
Yeah, we don't need transcripts.
No,
No, not too much, not too little, just right.
right,
Well,
right.
Yeah.
Speaking of someone who couldn't attend the last meeting, I really got the gist of what went on
Yep.
with as much detail as I needed, and also the spacing made it visually readable. I can't say enough about how good it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Little things.
Now, not knocking the efforts of the past minutes,
No.
but there's definitely a different format that we all like, so.
A style.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
More like the
It's-
corporate,
yeah, absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, summaries are great.
Summaries are great, exactly.
not a court, more corporate.
Right, it's not a transcript.
I don't know about the rest of the board, but I'm pretty shocked from this meeting. I was thinking of making a motion to adjourn.
This might be the
Let's do
quickest.
it.
This could set a record.
There you go.
unless we screw it up.
Motion to adjourn. Our next meeting is August 11th, 2021.
I will reluctantly second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all very much. Good to have everybody back.
Yes.
It's good to be back.
Back up to Mrs.
Of course.
Good night.
Oh, you can keep
Good
that.
night.
No, no.